Hello and welcome back to JOKAKAKA. I'm Jim.
I'm Sam.
And this is your favorite JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga review podcast. We talk about JoJo chapters as they come out. Today, a new one dropped. No, that's a lie. Yesterday, a new one dropped.
Yeah.
Chapter 15 of the JoJoLands.
Yes.
I don't know. Did it have a funny title? Off for some life-threatening money-making, the JoJoLands.
Yes, the chapter called Big Mouth Strikes Again.
Also a song.
Yes.
And also a TV show.
A very meme TV show, which we'll get into about.
All right, so...
But first...
What would you like to do, Sam?
First, like we always say, you gotta name off the patrons that, donate money to have their name shouted out.
Our beautiful supporters.
The beautiful Jokaks.
They keep the beautiful Jokaks. They keep the lifeblood running through the whole body, from the tip of your toe to the top of your nose.
Yes, and Jim gave me the honor to read them this time.
Hell yeah, because I think I did them last month, but I can't remember.
Probably. Jim's like, you pulled them up yourself, you gotta read them.
Do it.
So, thank you to Gilbo, Odds, Go-Go Gappy, Perpetually Angry, Tactical Brag, Ren Blintz, Blueface, Licit Pencil, SBN Rustic, Classic Andy, Neon Nen, Sabbath, and Call Me K. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again. You are literally so fucking powerful and strong. It's not even funny. All right.
So epic and based.
So I also do want to say one last thing before we talk about this new chapter. I'm sorry, people probably are mad, but we had a really nice reaction to last video. I included clips of us at the JoJo event that was in Edgewater, New Jersey.
I did not hear anything about the comment.
There was really nice comments. It was really funny. So people were like, "Oh my god, Jim and Sam for real!" All nice comments. Everyone's really fucking nice. Jokox, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't want to say the word fan base. I'll say a listener base.
Okay.
I don't like the word fan. But I would be honored if you considered yourself one.
A Jokak.
I would be honored if you considered a Jokak. Okay. All right.
I didn't hear anything. Okay. I was like, I don't like seeing myself on camera. I'm not gonna click on to see if I was in the clip or not. So hey,
Sam is like a cryptid that if he saw himself on camera, he would like vanish.
Jim, I'd pick myself as a Kappa. I am a cryptid.
That's true.
Like, come on.
All right. Okay. People want to know. They want to know.
Yeah.
What's happening in JoJo?
Oh, yeah, that happened.
So.
Well, that happened.
Last we saw our funny little critters. We had Jodio and Paco were watching. What's his face? Dragona.
Usagi's in big trouble at the chapter.
Yeah, Dragona and Charming Man are trying to like resuscitate Usagi, but they didn't realize that at the time. It was kind of a funny misunderstanding scene. One thing I will say before we talk about this chapter, as always, like Araki keeps like fucking getting better at paneling. I'm always just amazed at how good he is at paneling his fucking comics.
Yeah,
they just look amazing. Then this first, like, we kind of have like a bit of a Dutch angle, like an off shot of, I believe it's Dragona doing chest compressions on Usagi.
Yeah,
and it's just really good at like it's a classic like right back into the action, like right back into the which we soon learn is a stand attack.
Yeah. Oh, that actually is Charming Man doing the chest compressions.
Okay, thank you, Charming Man.
So yeah,
who has a little arc here? We love Charming Man's little arc.
Yeah, we also get like on his hater arc as well, because the circle of hate is an endless circle.
So yeah, it's
Usagi's having like the weird so he has the rocks coming up his neck also like.
Yeah, but it's funny because I feel like we don't really see that as much in this. It was almost like
we see it on him and the girl.
Yeah, we see it. I know we see it on the girl. We do see it on him in the chapter, but it's not as emphasized as it was in that like final shot.
Yeah.
It's funny though because Charming Man immediately identifies this as a pulmonary and edema.
Yeah, he like last chapter they didn't understand like some of the stuff from like the boss was telling them, but now he's like WebMD doctor.
Literally, which essentially he's essentially suffocating if I understand correctly, right? Is that what's happening?
Pretty much. Also, like Usagi asked for the straw and basically is just like also a doctor who just knows how to do like a tracheotomy to himself.
Yeah, but it's not even a tracheotomy. It's literally like right into his fucking lungs directly. As far as I know, tracheotomy goes into the trachea, like into the neck. Also I love. We're kind of jumping ahead of ourselves here, but I love how Mate Kudasai turns into a straw. It's very fucking funny.
Takes out his epic box cutter too to stab himself, which, As that is like to have a stabbing wound with like a back cutter, like that's what it snaps off too. It looks like.
One thing too, like there was all this discussion about like, oh, should we call an ambulance? They're like, no, we don't want to call an ambulance. This is where Charming Man is immediately like, you guys have only known this guy for 3 days. Like, we need to fucking ditch him. Like, this is not good.
He's a drug addict. He loves drugs. Like,
yeah, it's very funny how quick he is to. And it's kind of a good little moment too, because like we don't know Usagi either, and we have no reason to not believe that he's not a drug addict.
Well, we got introduced to him.
He was a gopher, right?
JoJo sold him. Remember, JoJo sold him drugs, I think.
And
he said he's like I'm not a drug addict. I dabble in some stuff. But like,
which honestly, realistic. We love to see realism in our manga.
I kind of hope he's a little bit of an addict, because that'd be interesting to have like some.
It is kind of an interesting
JoJo
angle,
character.
Yeah. I can't really think of that ever being touched, of like addiction being touched in the story, and like a drug addiction. No,
drugs really only came into play in part 5 of there are drugs being sold in my community.
Our characters don't really like interact with them.
But Bruno, I sell drugs to the community.
That's like that meme, like, Bruno, are the drugs in the room with us? Because like we never fucking see. Their whole crusade is about like, oh, the new boss wants to sell drugs to kids. It's almost like Dare wrote it.
I wish he'd handle it like Black Dynamite. It would have been so good. But Usagi swears like this is a result of a stand attack going on, and that's why you get the paranoid, like looking around, like panicking, like where are they? It could be anybody with like a normal fashion sense, you know. But I'm surprised they didn't show anybody, like, and there was no tease, like even like, you know, them thinking, oh, who could it possibly be? Like there was nobody that stood out.
It is cool, and like it did make me think back. I like that it's so jumping ahead. We learn it's an automatic stand, and I kind of like that it wasn't like one of the random people, because it felt like it would have been really stupid if it was. Yeah. We talked about this last time. We'll talk about it more later, but so Usagi, as you said, Usagi's the one that's like, I need a straw, and of course, as we know, he can't ask his stand for things. He needs someone else to ask for him, which is the best power ever. And Dragona says, I want a straw. It's very... Mate Kudasai morphs into a straw in a great way.
You know, in most other parts, though, when somebody's like, you're not it's not a stand, you're just a crazy drug addict, they would fuck off and just, like, ignore him. Like, in part 3, we're like, oh, we need to get rid of, like, not 80% of the team.
Yeah. So they go and, like, have lunch somewhere.
Yeah. Or, like, yeah, same thing in, like, part 5, we're like, Oh, Naranja, you're so wacky. You're telling all these weird things to us. That's not weird. But yeah, and I do like he has to prove like, yeah, this send your weirdness into me, or like, you know, JoJo's being the voice of reason. It's very interesting how JoJo is like, I guess like he's not the main focus for a while now. Like,
yeah, it's been I mean, like he had the fight with Charming Man, but since then it was like.
Everybody, him and Paco both kind of fought Charming Man, like,
yeah.
And he fought the cat. I guess he got the winning blow on the cats, but they're fine.
Maybe.
Charming Man's cats, I guess, but yeah.
But so I really like there's like a stream of bubbles that sort of erupt out of his chest after he stabs himself and puts the straw in there, and I kind of like the idea too that like his stand. As a straw, like there's still like some kind of potential stand power that is being used here.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily just a straw. Like it almost makes more sense that it would be like used in this context.
Yeah. Also, yeah. So they basically, we didn't touch anything. She turned on the pages. I don't know. We didn't come in contact with anybody really. So I guess maybe I'll go back and like reread the chapter before to see if anything like would show off. But like, because it is contagious as we see. But like. I guess I don't know. I have to go back and kind of see if anything stood out.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing here. We can talk about that after. So this allows him to breathe. So at least he's not dying. He's not able to breathe.
He's stabilized.
Yeah, he's able to. He's only breathing through this hole, which is terrifying, through the straw. That is really scary.
Yeah, and there is an ambulance, which I get like PTSD from like part 8 when an ambulance comes by, and I'm just like, oh man, this is when we had the whole shadowy people in the ambulance.
And I really like the kind of zoom in. So I think it's supposed to be, they're in his lungs, right? And like these are all the little, I don't know what they're called, the little pulmonaries. Is that what they're called? The little lung bags that.
Sure.
I guess that's where oxygen is generated. I don't know how bodies work.
Yeah, you're not a member of this crew who knows how a body works, but don't know like other basic needs.
I like to think I know some things, but I'm not going to pretend like I fucking know anything about the human body. Also, I do love that we see his little logo on the stand, a straw still.
Yeah. You got to merchandise when you use your stand. I kind of do love that your symbol appears like on your Kiss has that where it has like or like little like lip sticker on there. It's like it has her own logo, and I kind of love branding.
Could you imagine like that?
Soft and Wet kind of has a symbol there too.
At the JoJo bar,
yeah.
in Japan, they should have little straws with fucking Mate Kudasai logo on it.
Yeah, when they actually, I mean, the bar or that menu didn't have up half of JoJoLands stuff,
true.
so like
they were due for an update. Their part 9 had already began, so
yeah, they're due for like some of the.
But so we get a cool little shot where we zoom in and we see like the inside of the lungs, I believe, and we see this little guy, the little stand.
I'm sorry, I thought
just
of
ripping and shitting.
I wonder if you drink is where they make you the drink, then just throw it in your face.
Or every time you try and take a sip, they pull it back.
It's just like they smack you in the face.
We get a little guy. This is like a really like. I don't know. This feels like an early stand design. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
well,
it doesn't really feel like a new universe stand design
also,
to me.
Yeah, but also the stand affecting like as you see the secretary, but her symptoms are different because like her eyes are like exploding, but like she's still like infected by the stand. So it's just maybe it just depends on where they gets you.
Here's my stupid theory, and JoJo has done this before. I think he probably has more resistance to it because he's a stand user,
or maybe just like
and she's not presumably.
She didn't defend, so it just got to her eyes, and once it's like once it reaches your brain, you're dead.
I guess the idea is that like if she can't breathe for a certain amount of time, your eye we see that he's able to get himself breathing, but she's not because she didn't know how to treat herself. So that's why. I mean, I don't know how suffocating works, but I imagine your eyes probably change color.
Yeah, and then we got like the moment like there's like a part 5 thing where like. I understand you now. You did good. Like you're kind of weird, but
I absolutely love this. It's so much.
It's a very part 5 thing of like a member like learning to love Giorno for doing great Giorno stuff. It's minus the Bacchio, I guess.
Yeah. Well, to me, really, I was getting big Abacchio vibes.
Bacchio, but like actually saying like good job, even though instead of like. Fuck you! I don't like that I'm trusting you, but go.
Aside from Usagi, it feels like every character is like they took Abakio and split him into 4 different people.
Paco hates on Charming Man. Charming Man hates on Usagi, and then
even JoJo has like the sort of antisocial tendencies that Abakio has.
Dragona just kind of has to ignore his weird like creeping up on him.
Yeah. But yeah, this is incredible. I fucking love this. It's just wonderful. It's just wonderful that
and cool stuff. As I said, this is a very like feels like a callback to Steely Dan of like
that's the big one.
We're gonna go like magic school bus on you and like look at you from the inside.
But this is like
but it's got cool. But it's a lot
better. It's like better.
Well, yeah, it's not just them. Oh yeah, we can just shrink our stands to go inside you, and Joseph has to use the TV controller as a camera. But no,
which I do love. Okay, we talked about this a lot. How like inconsistent stands are. Like sometimes they can look through the eyes, sometimes they can't.
Hey, I
do love that they have to use the TV in that. But this is the coolest shit.
Don't forget they communicate underwater through their stands, and also like gain better eyesight through binoculars by viewing through your stand.
Yeah, that's why like I think it's this is so much cooler. It feels so much more grounded, and like there feels like a lot of logical sense into this.
I was kind of hoping that like he would be the visual, and Dragona would send in smooth operators.
Yeah, I thought smooth operators are going too. I guess they're like too big. No, an eyeball. An eyeball's huge compared to like.
But he also can just like completely dust up his eyeball and reform it inside.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm talking about like compared to this, like inside your lungs. Imagine having a big eyeball inside your lungs. Like that seems like too big.
I mean, imagine having a stand that can stab and shoot emeralds inside of you.
That wouldn't be good.
And then he does shoot. So he does. So very much like this is like in Naruto, Gaara made a giant eyeball as well to have all-knowing sight. So I got like I saw someone posted about that. I also it did remind me of that. Very much like a crusty eye.
That's funny.
And so we kind of get. We get the surgery, or we see.
Before we did the eye thing, that's when we see the woman, the bookkeeper, I guess we can call her, like the secretary keeper,
as well. Yeah,
that's when she like erupts, like it's like an eruption of fluid outside of her mouth.
Yeah,
presumably she's dead. She probably won't die.
No, I think she might be dead, or maybe as a mess. Maybe we'll find out if we end up going to a hospital, because as we come to see, we learn some kind of infer, I guess, something later on. We'll get to that. So yeah, we kind of see the inside of the journey in the center of Usagi, and I do love the speech bubble coming from the eye. Is very funny.
It is really funny. Hold on, wait. There's one last thing we passed over. This is where they identify that it's a automatic pursuit type.
Yeah.
Which is so okay. I always have to be that guy. Like, how
we're back in part 8, baby.
How do we know these things? Like, how? So JoJo and Dragona seem to be less educated about stands than our friend Usagi.
It comes with being a stand user.
Like, that's like stupid though. I don't like that.
It is always the case in JoJo where you just know the kinds of stands and.
I don't know if that's true though. I mean, part of it is like a lot of stand like types were developed over time. So when a new one's introduced, like I don't know, like wasn't part of the whole who's his face Highway Star, wasn't part of that like them trying to like learn what kind of stand it even is.
Well, yeah, it's whatever the whatever Araki wants you to, because sometimes you have no knowledge in learning the stand, or you just either you get a big idea what the stand does, but you just conveniently have a vast knowledge of the subject to like fight back against it, know the perfect counter.
Yeah, I mean, it's JoJo and it's stupid, but I think it's like, I don't know, I like the idea of people not knowing. Like, if, to me, like, JoJo and Dragona seem, like, in that early chapter, they didn't really seem to understand the idea of, like, a stand battle. There was kind of, like, it was almost like they just used their stands instinctively, or, like, just against humans. But here, having JoJo say it's an automatic pursuit type, this feels like something Charming Man should say.
Or I think Paco would...
Or maybe Paco. I don't know. Paco was older, but like with part 6, like there is like a fucking foundation of people that study stand users. Like to me, that makes sense that they would have like fucking pamphlets about automatic types. You know what I mean?
Like that foundation does exist. But
it does, but like we don't know if it's related to our characters. It probably isn't.
If Lucy's a part of it, she knows Joestar. I don't know. And also, we don't know what encounters JoJo and Dragona may have had like before we actually followed them, of like other stand users.
It is true, but also like I don't know. The fact automatic pursuit is like such a specific.
Jim, they read part 8.
I guess so.
They read part 8 and just like, oh yeah, every stand here, like 90% of stands are automatic.
I don't know. I'm really hung up on this. People are probably mad. But I just think it's like learning. This is such a huge reveal here to like for them to immediately rule out that it wasn't anyone they encountered. They're immediately like, this is an automatic, unless it's Araki diverting us, which he would not do that. Araki doesn't do that kind of shit. He never
diverts.
But I don't know.
Even though we saw it so many times, he was diverting to the obvious in part 8.
So also, okay, I just want to talk about this here. I know we haven't talked about the eyeball yet, but so what we talked about last time was how is the stand being triggered, and we are basically told here that it seems to be part of the fucking record, the deed records. So
it was a part of the deed, or yeah.
So it seems like somebody like foresaw this happening,
or
they foresaw this situation,
or just a failsafe. They just had it because like your job for our company is you defend in case somebody looks into these deeds.
That seems so fucking specific. I'm not trying to be like a bitch or hyper pedantic because there could be a good reason for it, but the fact that like what I'm thinking is it's probably more along the lines of like a wonder of you, this sort of like stand that has like an incredible power where it's like if say for example there's other ways to like be sneaky and learn about things. Maybe anytime you get too close to like any information, maybe okay, I'm gonna here's a fan theory. Maybe there's like a special seal that's on one of the documents, and if you get near one of the seals or touch it, then it causes the stand.
But it also seems to be like a poor Tom. It can affect anybody, and there's like no real control for it.
It does seem like there's no control for it. And
it did seem, okay, this is later on, but like this thing was probably just a target for the secretary, and they maybe got spread by accident. You
think so?
Because at the end they mentioned she's the daughter of a politician that is about going after the Howler Company.
Oh, that's right.
So it's safe to assume maybe it was just going for her.
That is like a hilarious coincidence.
So maybe the win condition is literally him checking that she's dead and then just turning it off because he doesn't. Because sometimes.
Oh my god, I think you're right.
Because sometimes automatic stands, it doesn't affect the user when they defeat it, or like he can't see through it because poor Tom couldn't see through fucking his his stand because it was a fucking
It
underground.
almost seems like automatic stands have that weakness. Like, it's almost like they always... I think there's exceptions,
like Highway
but...
Star kind of could feel it because he could just eat nutrients. Like, oh, I'm getting nutrients, cool.
Yum, nutrients. But like, what's his face? Pulpo didn't know.
Yeah, and
Pulpo didn't know what his stand was doing.
but Wonder Review could be just another person.
Yeah, okay. All right, we're talking too long about this. I'm sorry.
It's a subject when you talk about pursuit stands where they could just work. They just work. It
does just work.
They just work.
So I do.
They have the most subcategories in a subcategory of stands.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I love that. I love Charming Man immediately flipping a switch and then being like, "I'm gonna save this man's life."
Yeah, and we kind of do get a view of the actual little stand, this little gremlin. Just like it looks like a little goblin just digging his hand around and stuff.
Yeah, this shit. I'm just looking at the fucking pages. This shit is so cool. I like how his eye doesn't like fully form.
Yeah.
It like stays like cracked and broken. This reminds me a bit of like, do you remember that one scene in Skypiea in One Piece when they're flying up, or like it's when they're up on the clouds and they're like, all right, how far down are we or whatever, and like Luffy punches down and then Robin adds a bunch of her eyeballs on his hands, and it was like so creepy that they were like, Oda was like, I'm never gonna do this again.
It's so cool though. I like
it is really cool.
I like when people do character like power team ups. It's like the coolest thing.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it's not done more. Like, but I think people are creeped out by it.
That's the fun thing. That was like the Steely Dan fight was like them using their stands together to fight back on them.
Yeah, it's fun. I love seeing this shit. That's why
in part 5, we like to see people like characters team up and use their stand together in fun, creative ways.
Yeah, and Charming Man is like already my favorite character. I've already said it. He's like, it's just so fun. I love his fucking assholeness. He's a classic JoJo asshole.
It's a team of assholes.
As you said, very funny. The speech bubbles are just coming out of the eyeballs.
Yeah, I just love this little gremlin. Like, I'm glad that okay, this is our first real enemy stand, like actual stand, like not like a part of a person or an animal.
Also, okay, one last thing too, and then I think we're both caught up. He says, "I would really like a light," and then the straw grows some fucking light bulbs and turns on. How fucking cool is that?
Shit.
So not only does Mate Kudasai can turn into anything, but it can adjust what you need like while it's already in form.
It is very cool. Like, what it can do is, like, crazy.
It is literally, like, god-tier broken stand.
And he just add on to his thing. Like, he can make the almighty, like, weapon if you wanted to.
Literally, yeah. Oh my god, I can't wait to see what Araki does with this.
So, yeah, but yeah, and also, so it looks like the stands are not longer, like, robotic looking, like a Part 8 look for him. So, yeah, it kind of looks like it's wearing, like, a mask, like a helmet or something over it.
Yeah, to me, it really reminds me of, like a Part 4, Part 5 looking stand.
Yeah,
it's got the bit of the Spice Girl eyes.
The shrinking guy. Like
yeah, Little Feet. I don't really see Little Feet has like the funny mouth.
Yeah. But those kind of designs for the humanoid stand.
He is small.
Yeah. That kind of look for him, they kind of look like creatures, like humanoid creatures, but like whack. I don't know. I love that.
I like this. I just love that he like looks at him. Like the eyeballs like looking at him. It's so cool.
He's like, yeah, the stand is dull and slow with his movements. So it's very funny.
And he jumps into like a vein, right?
Gotta hate on the enemy stands. But yeah, he starts like trying to drag it out, like pin it down and drag it and like pull it out. Cause it's a what's it called? Yeah, the stand is like weak and it's a weak physically. So like because that's always the rule of what's it called, the automatic pursuit stand minus Wonder Review, where like the farther away you are is usually the weaker it is.
Yeah, there's sort of like a check to its power, like a balance.
And like usually, but this changes all the time. Where if you beat it up, the user gets hurt.
This does change a lot because like Pulpo does not. So sheer heart attack.
That was his hand.
Yeah, it is just his hand. So that one's a little weird because it does affect him, but it is like an automatic. It is an automatic pursuit type.
Yeah.
Technically. I mean, actually, exactly. It is.
But like half of the JoJoLands was just like, you just beat up the user at the end. Like, we get him turned off and then we beat up the user.
Yeah. Did they even get any hits on Ozone Baby? I don't think they even can because it's like ephemeral.
They can't. They just like found poor Tom. He got to turn it off and then he got shot in the fucking head. And Dubiwa was just like, got turned and then forced to walk into a bus.
Was he an automatic type?
With the tornado, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it just chased after them remotely. Like
That's right. Yeah.
and then he got one of the worst fates.
I would hate having an automatic type stand. That's so annoying.
And like, yeah.
But so yeah, he's dragging it outside, and then his eye starts to become cancer.
Yeah, because my stand is going to where my eye is, I guess. So yeah, it affects my stand. It's gonna affect there. You got eye cancer.
How fucking cool is that? I fucking love that. It's like affecting where his eye is, even though it's only touching his eye. Yeah, it's like horrifying melting, and this is just really cool. Also, we do have to just say he literally does just have Dr. Wu's power. Like it is just Dr. Wu's stand.
I'm a big Dr. Wu stan. I'm like,
has there ever been like just an objectively like so close in JoJo's like writing timeline? Like, has there just been a stand that was just like identical to another stand so close? Aside from like fucking the world and
not including like homages to like
like the world and Star Platinum being the same one that
the same stand. I'm trying to think like I can't really because this one's not even like Steely Dan's stand. It's like a better version of it. Because he's literally just like, if you whatever damage you do to me is just reflected or it's due to stand.
Yeah, because it is like Steely Dan's too, but better.
Yeah, because it actually does like diseases on you.
It's funny because I was referring to Charming Man to what's it called? Big Mouth. Big Mouth Strikes Again.
Big Mouth Strikes Again to Dr. Wu.
Yeah, it's just funny to me because like I mean there have been stands like you can say that Oyakomawa's stand is like a more restricted version of Bites the Dust.
Yeah.
There's definitely been like close ones. But...
I'm more so trying to think of like part 3 one because I feel like they would most likely.
Part 3 stands have like some of the weirder.
Tusk is just a better version of the Emperor.
Pretty much. It pretty much is, yeah. Oh damn! If fucking Horse could do the spin.
I guess Hangman and Man in the Mirror are both weird like reflection stands.
Okay, I would say that's probably the closest because they were very similar to me.
Yeah.
They're basically the same thing except one has a mirror world.
And there's
a much memed upon line.
Yeah, and I guess that's all I think of like. I can't even think of part 6 one because they're just so fucking out there.
Planet Waves.
Nah.
No, that's not really anything because he's not like it's not gravity based. It's like he literally can just move the fucking meteors.
Yes. And I get like Enya has like actual zombies and like Limp Bizkit is just like like invisible zombies.
Yeah. I guess they're kind of close too, right? Like
I don't know.
Kinda, not really. They're zombie ghosts though. That's the problem. Limp Bizkits are zombie ghosts. Invisible zombie ghosts.
Whatever. If anybody can think of any other ones, leave a comment.
To me, I think Dr. Wu and Charming Man
are the most similar.
The most similar and the most closest.
Yeah.
Within like 5 years of each other.
I agree. I'd love to see that.
So, yeah, they're like, oh my god, Charming Man, your eyeball's literally exploding.
You got eye cancer now. So, yeah, and like Asagi, like, oh yeah, because he touched the stand. And like, you know, now it's affected him. I guess it's infected by contact, so... I have to double check.
OP.
Unless he got infected via when he dropped his food at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think that it would have hit the. But I think you're right about the target being.
Yeah, I have to see if she interacted with him. But yeah, so he's still trying to drag out despite him having eye cancer, or getting eye cancer, and then Dragona starts drooling out despite Dragona doesn't have like the rock neck thing like Usagi and the Secretary has.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then so we get the civilian chatter of the young lady was like the daughter of a congressman that is going after the illegal activities of regarding water sources on Haller Company's land. So yeah,
who the fuck would say this? What fucking normie like?
That reminds me of the time Haller Company got under controversy. In the news, Jim. It's all over the Hawaiian news.
It's true. It's true.
And the people only wear Hawaiian shirts are tourists, so there's like a tourist saying.
No, that's not true. Hawaiians wear Hawaiian shirts.
You're the one that had the layover in Hawaii, so I wouldn't know.
Well, I mean...
you saw everybody in that airport just littered in Hawaiian shirts.
I wish I had one. Oh my god, it was so hot when I was there.
But,
layover.
So you kind of infer that Haller Company is evil. They are just the evil bad corporation.
Evil, yeah.
And they're either A, sending a message to this congressman, or, maybe infecting her, so when he comes to visit her, she infects him. and Usagi was just wrong place, wrong time, infected. That's what it seems to be.
All right, so I did look back. She does. It's funny. Araki makes a point that she puts gloves on to handle the documents, but before she, oh my god, I lost it. Before she handles the why did it do that? Before she handles the documents,
get a hold of your tablet, Jim.
I can't. It's before she she kind of touches Usagi.
I think she smacks his hand away.
You can kind of infer that as like a smacking away. Like it looks like, and then she puts gloves on.
Yeah.
So
also, okay. So did Charming Man tell Dragona off screen his stand name?
Why did she say?
Because Dragona says, "What did you say the name of the stand was? Big Mouth Strikes Again." I'm not sure if at any point he tells her that.
No, it didn't. Well, we learned it as a readership. In this chapter,
but I guess she learned it off screen.
I guess so.
Okay.
I must have been right.
Yeah. So yeah. So we got a Smith song, or is this like another Smith song? I'm pretty sure Charming Man is a Smith reference already, right?
I don't know. Is it?
I thought so. I'm not a Smith guy, so I'm not
like the biggest Smiths guy. I like the Smiths. I really like this song in particular.
Yeah. But like, yeah, Smith song. That the comments are now all ruined. I did like see the one the translator said on Twitter.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that like I like to go before it gets like ruined by comments, going in there and appreciating all of it and all the comments, seeing what they were.
He literally tweeted, apropos of nothing, I've been looking at the Smiths discography, and everyone was like... I
do like that, the speculation beforehand.
It was cute, I like that shit.
Because, like, Smiths probably... I don't know how many albums the Smiths have, I feel like that's...
Probably a bunch. I don't know. So yeah, the Charming Man is a Smith song.
Okay.
Let me see how many albums they have. I've only heard, like, a smattering of Smiths. I'm not, like, the biggest Smiths guy, but I do really like... They have 4 albums.
Okay. I guess he split up early because
the Crazy Men.
So yeah, I guess we have a variety of references for this team. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad. I'm curious to see what this enemy stand is going to be like. What the reference could be. Right.
Yeah.
Like, I saw on Twitter someone said I think My Chemical Romance. Would be awesome. I would love that.
Why? Why did they say that?
Because it's like a disease. It feels good. Or like, what would you think? What would like down with the sickness?
I mean, Araki has no fucking. There's no logic to his choices sometimes. So I'm just gonna
Aqualung.
say. I mean, that would be a funny one. I would find that funny. Let me think of a random one. What's like a random like? I always want to go for like a Clash reference. I know Araki really seems to like his 70s music lately in the past couple of years. Or I would love another King Crimson reference personally, but let's go Clash. I'm gonna put Clash. We haven't had a Clash reference in a few parts.
I mean, we had wasn't it Clash already within part 5? Just the Clash.
Yeah.
Or
no,
Clash.
You're thinking of Crash.
Crash, totally different.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we're calling it London Calling.
That's the first one I was thinking of. I don't know.
Rock the Casbah.
I don't have a good answer. I'm sorry. I don't feel like answering right now.
I don't know. I down with the sickness be very fucking funny.
It would be really funny. Hey, and I think I have on my thing. I have my bingo board. I have a new metal music reference. So actually, I changed my mind. I want it to be Down with the Sickness.
Yeah.
Because then I will get a thing off my bingo board, and then I would only need 2, which I won't get those.
Calls it Nookie. The chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. Is this the name of it?
Yeah. Damn. I made some really bad choices with my my bingo board.
Any predictions? Also, just leave a comment. But yeah, no, I think it was a fun chapter. I think Charming Man kind of proving his point in this one, or what he can do, and the very another unconventional stand battle, which I do love. I do love it just not being
great.
Guys in front of us. He has us in a bad situation. How do we get around it or get to him?
This is what I want from my. This is what I loved about Part 8.
And they all don't have like punch go stands or like shooty go stand,
which makes it amazing. I love the fact that as we know him now, he'll probably get an evolution or something. But November Rain can't like punch someone. They can't. The fights can't end with like a punch, which is really cool.
Yeah, and like, how do you get rid of this thing? So if you touch it now, unless he shrinks, like Part 3 reference where he shrinks down November Rain to to just
Yeah, I think your theory of the Stand killing the woman and then them calling it off.
Oh, like,
I think that's really clever.
Because he doesn't realize it's affecting somebody else. It's just collateral damage.
That would be really cool, and it's a really cool way of introducing a really powerful Stand and like having it resolve in like a satisfying way.
The company has like a company hitman, like that kind of like shady
I think that sounds so
stuff.
cool. I love because like the thing with the doctors and the stone and the rock people, which was dumb, was like it's just like why are they all doctors? Like why? But the fact that it's like an organization
there was one group of doctors and there's one group of smugglers.
Yeah, I mean honestly, the smugglers make sense. The doctors is kind of weird. But
we love the smugglers more than the doctors. So
yeah, I think everyone fucking does. But like the idea that like a corporation that knows about stands would hire like dangerous stand users, I think is like cool, and we haven't really seen that in JoJo. I mean, the mafia is not really a corporation,
and we fought more the hitman team and then his royal guards essentially.
Yeah.
Like, it's just really funny.
Also,
one of the smugglers also was a part-time architect.
It's true.
It's very funny.
Yeah, that was a really important part.
And the other one was a security guard.
And it's fun. Like, I'm going back to the Breaking Bad references because, to me, like, I don't know. I get the vibe that we're gonna see. You haven't watched Breaking Bad, have you?
No, I'd seen like highlights or clips of people talking about it.
I feel like we're gonna get a character like Mike from Breaking Bad.
Is that the guy?
Mike is like a hitman.
The bald? Is he the bald guy?
Yeah, he's the bald guy.
They'll talk about my granddaughter. I think it's Comedy Bang Bang skit. Don't talk about my granddaughter.
I think his name is Mike Emmentaler or something. I forget. Something Emmentaler.
They call him like Mink Water, like in Comedy Bang Bang.
Because his whole character is that he basically he's kind of like a heart of gold guy, but he's like the fixer. He's the guy that like everyone calls on to like get shit done to kill someone.
I thought they called Saul.
He gets you out of prison. Mike will kill you. Breaking Bad is really fucking good.
I mean, that's what I hear, but
it's really fucking good. I haven't finished. I was doing a rewatch, and I was like, damn, this show actually really fucking.
Yeah, and he threw that pizza on that roof and ruined that homeowner's like entire house with people keep coming by and throwing pizza.
They bought the house. They knew what they were fucking doing.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No. I think I'm excited to see more. I wanted other stand name. Yeah, because we have every stand name now for the crew. I assume now, unless somebody else joins. This guy wasn't gonna. He's just a patsy. He's gonna join. I think he could join our crew too. Says Paco.
They just keep adding more. Well, we need to have more covers of JoJo.
Or Paco's like, he's on my lung. I'm going to stretch the muscle of my lung to crush it.
Oh, now we're talking, Sam. Now we're thinking with muscles.
Because now JoJo and Paco are the only ones left, and Charming Man has a cancer eye that's steaming.
It's true.
So Usagi's doing okay, I guess, better than Dragona now.
It's true.
She literally did the anime foam in the mouth thing.
Yeah, they just need to poke a big hole inside of her lungs.
Smooth Operator should easily
rip open a hole. Honestly, she looked unconscious though.
Yeah, she didn't notice it nearly as quick as Usagi, who was like choking for like 10-15 minutes. It felt like. All
right. Anything else?
No, that's it. I guess we're getting some introduced to Haller. I'm interested to see where that goes.
Yeah, as I was saying, I love the idea of a criminal organization.
I still want that evil heiress, Dragona's arch rival, to be the heiress or the daughter of the CEO of Haller. Honestly, and now we know Haller has stands.
Yeah,
they're polluting the water.
It was kind of implied, but the way that Charming Man's brother got
they're dumping Jesus Christ into the water. The water supply.
Turning the kids gay.
They're dunking them in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, isn't it crazy that Jesus never got to see the Pacific Ocean?
Hey, now he did. Hey, he tried. I mean, they
Sam.
I'm just thinking Johnny, look, Jesus.
Holding his head up. Look, it's the Pacific Ocean.
Look, Jesus' head.
Yeah, his fucking mummified head. All right, I'm done.
I mean, I guess he saw the Atlantic Ocean when in part 7.
He probably did. Maybe he did see the Pacific Ocean. I'm talking about living Jesus, the man himself.
He physically showed up in part 7. He probably saw the.
He did. He was near the Atlantic Ocean, though.
The Atlantic Ocean got very close to PA.
It did.
In New Jersey.
It did. All right, are we done?
I can go on with dumb things that I've noticed recently.
I don't want to. All right, let's do root beer talk.
Yep. You want to go first?
I do.
Yes.
So, Root Beer Talk, as you know, it's a section of the podcast where we talk about things that aren't JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
My thing that I want to talk about, it's not like new, but it's new-ish. A new episode of The Amazing Digital Circus came out recently. Pomni is I am literally holding...
Pomni's on our shelf, on our desk right now.
I'm literally holding Pomni in my hands. I have a Pomni plush. Greatest $400 I ever spent. So it wasn't that much. But...
I know nothing about Digital Circus. I know of it. I know Pomni. That's it.
How do you not love and know Pomni? I love Digital Circus. It's so cool. I'm also a big fan of the other series, Murder Drones, that is big on Glitch Productions. It's just really great. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside because these are indie animators who are working on these projects. This is an indie animation studio. Gooseworks, the creator, is a really, really cool. Did I talk about this on Chainsaw Man? I feel like I talked about this on
maybe I think
whatever.
Maybe
not as many people listen to that. But yeah, Gooseworks is a really cool creator. And it's just great to see people like her get a chance to do a whole show. Cool. I love it.
Nice.
And it's the new episode was great. I thought it was better than the original or the pilot, the first episode. And I cannot wait for more. It seems like it's probably going to be a new episode every 6 months ish. I think that's kind of what we're looking at. But yeah, I can't gush enough about Pomni.
I would just listen to gamers talk about it, and that was gonna be my way to learn the plot.
No, just watch it. Watch it, and you'll enjoy it. The animation alone is worth watching. The Pomni is great.
I mean, the animation did look good for one of the little things I've seen, but
it's the second episode they kicked it up a notch too. There's so many really funny little. It's cool because with 3D animation normally the characters stay on model so much, because they can, because it's easier. They just keep them on model. But in Digital Circus, they really go out of their way to give really expressive poses, do a lot of really fun stuff with their bodies and how their bodies move. Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoy it. I love watching it, and I want more of it.
Very nice. Anything else you watched, played, or read?
Oh yeah, I finished Fallout. It was really good.
Yeah, show.
The show, yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
I was actually mad at how much I liked it.
I conveniently got sick the weekend it came out, so I got able to binge watch it. Yeah, it's really good. It's very it feels like I'm in the Fallout world. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird to have it.
In my opinion, it's better than any other Fallout thing I've experienced.
I've actually been playing a little bit of the Fallout 4 DLC because I played Fallout 4. I never really beat it because I didn't like really any of the paths we had to go to at the ending. But sorry,
I don't like that game.
I just wanted to play some of the DLCs I didn't, and I'm playing through Far Harbor. I have to go into my shit, but Far Harbor, which is the one that the Gulpers come from, who they don't look nearly not nearly as cool as they are in the show, because these are just mutated lizards, where that one more experimented on because they had the fingers in their mouth.
Yeah, so kind of a spoiler, but we learn the origin of the Gulpers in the show, whereas Far Harbor takes place
it's
way away from
off the coast of Maine. It's very cool because so the thing about that DLC is that it's off the coast of Maine. The whole island has this radioactive fog, and when the fog rolls in, that's when monsters come out and attack. And they have these really cool devices that try to eat the fog, so it's not nearly as bad. So you have to deal with that, and there's a faction of people that worship the radiation and everything, and then you have synth refugees, which are just fake human or robots that are disguised as humans essentially, and given the memories of replaced people. But it's really cool, and you get these kind of just the stuff with the synths in that it's really cool. I find the story really good in this one. There's only one bad thing: this terrible mini game you have to do to try to get memories out, and it's just not good. The last one is just you have to it's just a puzzle game, and it does not work that well. But no, that DLC is awesome. I'm having a lot of fun in it. That's one of the things I've been doing. But you have anything else you want to talk about before?
This is really random, but
I want the real thing I want to talk about. That
I've been watching Joseph Anderson, a YouTuber and Twitch streamer that I enjoy. I've been watching his Danganronpa playthrough.
Oh god.
And it is so fucking funny. He's got that ability where he can predict things with crazy accuracy. And he keeps predicting things so early. He predicts way late reveals super early, and then psychs himself out because he's no, that can't be right. But he had a moment because if you've played Danganronpa 1, you know that near the end there's a whole murder where you have to do solve a puzzle about like sprinklers and sprinkler timing, and it's kind of infamous. People like hate the sprinkler thing, and he like had a meltdown and argued with his chat for like 45 minutes because the prompt made no sense.
Is he only on one?
He's only on one, yeah, but he does all three.
I'm waiting for
these are like years ago.
Okay, I need to see him react to the seesaw.
Oh my god, seesaw, yeah. I can't. There's so many things. It's one of those things like it's just fun to have on in the background while I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
And tuning in for like the key moments, but it's really fun to watch someone play those games for the first time.
Yeah, I talked about it, I think before, but I watched like a bunch of Fallout like lore videos that like, after watching the Fallout show.
I saved one. I think you talked about it. It's like every vault or whatever.
Wise Man, or I think that's his name on YouTube. He does good ones. He doesn't have like as many as some other ones, but like I find his videos and like the voice the best out of like some of them that I've seen. Yeah. So anything else then?
No, that's it for me.
All right. I finished the first 13 episodes of Dungeon Meshi. It's like the first core, I guess.
Can you explain to me? Is it still airing?
I think
because I keep seeing fan art for it.
There might be an episode or two left. I think they're almost done the second core.
Okay, so it's only 2 cores. So it's only 24 episodes.
I believe so. Yeah, I'm trying not to look ahead to get spoiled or anything, but like. But
just open Twitter.
Show, I love Marcel. She's my favorite elf girl. I usually don't like elf, but I love her.
Is she the main? She's from the beginning, right?
Yes.
She's like the spaz.
Yes.
Oh, I shouldn't say
that word. She is. But she cried. She's like the Aqua of the group that cried, but she's actually more capable. And no, the show is great. I love these characters. Like they're just so insane, and I love them. Like Senshi's great. He's the dwarf guy.
Yeah.
I just love.
You're watching the sub or dub?
I'm watching the sub.
Good man of culture.
And I love it. And the last like 3 episodes are like more serious, and it's like very good. And there's some animation in it where like it just shifts to a completely different style, like that way it triggered.
It's a trigger show.
Yeah, and the animation shifts like whoa, this is awesome looking. Like I love like the style shift to this. Yeah. It looks great.
I'm missing out by not watching it.
And there's like this minor thing of like Marcel's hair would just like change in minor ways that you just notice like wow, they really just like this minor thing of like oh, this is her hairstyle for like this short part. And like it could be the same way one thing's different. Like this is like so much work that I can't believe they did it.
The attention to detail.
A good Netflix adaptation. And it's funny. Recently, like Sakamoto Days got announced for a Netflix anime, and there were like 2 pathways. And one was like Dungeon Meshi, and the evil one was Records of Ragnarok. No, but I really enjoyed the first 13 episodes. It got like surprisingly dark. It can get dark. I'm like, holy crap, man! This is like insane. Like I hear people say it gets crazy. The internet Dungeon Meshi. I'm like, oh, there's actually the stakes kind of got bigger too. I'm like, this is like, I was just, haha, we're just gonna keep going. We haven't a goal, but look at all these funny monsters we're gonna eat. It's great.
Yeah, it's one that I'll probably maybe binge. I'm just, I can't remember what I'm doing currently. I thought, I just kind of watch some random shit. Like Konosuba is also airing.
I need to watch that,
which is a lot of fun. I love that freaking show.
I need to get caught up on Ranger Reject, but I've been seeing stuff, which is I've been seeing stuff on like Twitter now of like people like drawing art or like.
I'm seeing like none of this. It's all Dungeon fucking Meshi. That's all.
I've been seeing that because I talk about it and give me recommendations.
Yeah, probably.
But like. It's very cool to see, like, oh my god, like, I love the one female character in the season, like, people, I've seen people talk about her fan art of, and I'm just like, man, they don't know who, like, actual, like, she's, like, nothing, like, by the one point, she, like, disappears for a while. I'm like, damn, you guys are, like, getting attached to this character, when, like, the real, like, female main character is, like,
it's like every female character in Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
but like
people are like, "Oh my god, a girl!" and then she vanishes for 400 chapters.
Pretty much. There's like 2 that are like the first 2 like really that you meet are like that, and then you get to like the main one when he like later on. Not sure how many episodes or how far up that season's going, but like you might get teased with her, but like I'm more excited for. But no, I'm glad people are liking it though. From what I'm seeing the reaction, I'm like, good. I only watched the first episode and it seemed good. But I need to watch more.
Nice.
I think anything else. Dungeon Meshi. I guess there was something else I watched, but I can't remember. I think that's it, really.
I know. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I watched something.
I know.
I guess it's not good if it's not memorable if I can't remember. Oh, fucking Smiling Friends. That was the last thing.
Yeah,
Smiling Friends is back, and I love it. I'm very happy about it.
I watched the guy who played the president. Like he just retweeted every comment about like talking about him and the thread. Like they think he just keep retweeting them all, no matter like how small. Like
that's funny.
That
character is so grotesque. That's the most grotesque character.
It was good. People say I think it probably was one of the weakest episodes, but I still enjoyed it. I've seen the clip of the next one coming up, which I can't wait for. It looks so funny.
Yeah, I watched the new one like 3 times so far because they're so fucking short.
Wembley,
and like I like it. Like it's good. It's a good episode. It grew on me, but like the Wembley one was like really fucking good.
Yeah, that was like definitely like, the best one. But I think anything else.
I appreciate them trying different styles though. Like really, the president got like a lot of the focus. Like the actor, the live actor got a lot of focus.
Yeah, they said they wanted to do a lot more of the live action people
Yeah.
interacting with cartoons.
There's one little cut. There's so many things I don't notice on a first watch. That's why I go back and rewatch it.
There's
a scene where I know I didn't even see that. Like I only saw this. The one thing that I thought was hilarious is like the part when he like the president pulls his phone out and does like the a presidential alert to like everyone. There's this part where he looks over at him and then they just reverse the footage of him looking back rather than have him look back, and it's little things like that are so fucking funny.
It's really good. Oh, I remembered now. I finished X-Men 97 first season.
Oh yeah,
very good.
Are they doing
incredible?
More?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the second season got confirmed. Even though the first season showrunner got fired before the premiere, we still don't know why.
I remember hearing about that.
But like, you know,
I watched the first 2 episodes and I thought it was really good.
It's generally good. The first episode makes Cyclops cool and actually like does a couple.
Yes, Magneto's so fucking amazing,
dude. It only gets better. Like and the ending is insane, and I fucking loved it. Like, it's the best Marvel thing. I love X-Men. X-Men are so back.
It's really cool because like watching it, I was like reminded why I love X-Men.
That era, like, especially like the Jim Lee era.
That's like a really what's it called? Like super iconic. It reminds me a lot of like how I felt about like Spider-Man as a kid. Like I remember loving Spider, and like for me, X-Men Evolution was the big X-Men cartoon.
Oh yeah, that was a huge one. And then like later on, like when I read more comic books, then I watched Earth Mightiest Heroes came on. And that show like did an awesome job with like more like the 2000s stuff, and I'm like, oh, I love this show. It's so good.
Yeah, it's
I'm like a show that actually doing Heroes for Hire, which is like my shit, and I was like, oh my god, it's actually great too. I love it.
But
they're doing wacky shit with Hank Pym and they had like the first like really good Guardian adaptation too with it.
Yeah,
which I know Jim like
that was such a funny like time period. Like it came out like right before the Guardians got like MCU washed.
Steve Bloom was Star-Lord, and Rocket Raccoon was still Australian.
Yeah. But no, yeah, like it's really, there's something so compelling about X-Men, and like just like being reminded of like how strong the metaphor is, like the metaphor of of mutants and like what they stand for, and how it is contextualized in so many different ways. Like the Magneto stuff obviously harkens a lot back to like persecuted Jews.
And I think especially now they have more freedom to go like deeper into that. Where like in the like 90s kid cartoon, they had to like allude to like, oh, I got sent to a camp, or my family was wiped away. Like, but no, it's really good. Yeah, that's really funny.
I want to watch more.
The animators, like, or some of the animators, like, love Marvel or Marvel 2, where a lot of those X-Men characters, but like designs were in.
Yeah, definitely.
And like he incorporates some of the movies, like in the most like the last or second to last episode, like he incorporates like what a character's super essentially, and does like the pose they do before. Because fun fact on Marvel 2, before every X-Men super, they all do an X of their arms, and then they do their super.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the whole image of all of them it's just a really cool like thing they do.
Yeah, I'll watch more of it. I really enjoy what I've seen.
It's the best Marvel thing. It's the best, one of the really cool animation.
It looks amazing. The animation is like literally. So I saw a really good. It was just like an Instagram story, but someone was saying like they were like, I love Invincible, but like the animation Invincible is like very janky.
Yes,
this looks fucking amazing. This looks like an anime, but in a good way.
They do like 3D animation in there as well, but it has like the same look.
Great.
There was only one time in like a recent episode that had like a weird janky. Okay, this is like incredibly CG, kind of like one bit distracting. But
to me, it feels like they're doing a lot of rotoscoping over CG.
Yes,
which looks good. It looks very, very good.
The one time it happened, it was like a boat, not like a character.
Yeah, so, like, okay. That's like I don't care.
But no, it's good.
The character animation is what like that's when it looks really.
The show's really good. I love these characters. I think almost like, most of the voice actors are back. The only thing that's like
you can kind of tell
Wolverine sounds old, and I keep saying like damn, Rogue sounds like Bobby Hill.
Oh my god, you fucking!
I heard
now that you said that, it's all I'm gonna think about when I hear.
It's okay, Gambit.
I really love it. I never finished like the original X-Men series.
Fun fact, I think the last season like didn't really air. Like it's all on like streaming services now, but like the last season had a really janking error, so a lot of people didn't even see the final season or know what happened at the end.
Like,
but you don't really have to. You just have to know some like facts about okay, Xavier's not there, like, and that's it. That's all you really need to know.
I know like a lot. I mean, also I know fucking X-Men comics enough. Like I know enough to get by, but I
can't wait for no more mutants.
Yeah, one thing the one thing I will say that like blew me away. So the first episode is called "To Me, My X-Men," and there's a great fucking reuse. They use that line twice in the episode, and the way it's reused literally fucking blew me away. I was like, this is amazing.
Also, that theme song still slaps.
Yeah, and I love the updated when they add like Magneto to it.
Yeah, all the past people they fought and everything. Like, yeah, they add even though everything is like they still have like the Brotherhood of Mutants. That I'm like.
I know, yeah. It feels like...
I'm like,
okay.
These people don't even exist anymore, I don't think.
Also, it's really smart that how Morph is used to just, like, call...
Cameos?
Call a cameo in really quick.
Which ones did you see?
There's Blob.
Okay.
There was... Oh, there were a couple really good... The fucking, Psylocke,
yes, okay, good.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, Sam's gonna be happy.
Oh! Inner Marvel... Her Jim Lee, like, the Marvel 2 design. Yeah. I'm like, yes, my girl.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Like, that is such a fun way, like, not just shoehorning a character in, like, just giving a cute little cameo.
And trust me, it gets better. There's one I know you're gonna love, especially.
Oh my god.
So,
also, did they make Jubilee look more Asian? Or am I crazy?
Maybe. I think I know her voice actor changed to have an Asian voice actress for her now.
Because I think I might be wrong. I might be totally wrong, but I think in the comics she's supposed to be half Japanese or something.
I believe so.
I think originally...
I mean, she's also a vampire in the comics.
No. But I think, like, originally... And to me, it looks like she's, like, the one design that changed the most. It looks like they tried to make her look a little more Asian.
Maybe.
Which is... That's the only, like... To me, it was the only, like, character redesign that I noticed.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, like... Yeah, no, I think Magneto... Didn't that Magneto's design change? Like,
okay, beside his, like, new...
His M?
Yeah, his hilarious fucking...
His Magnus...
Yeah. Let me see. I want to see. Like, I'm trying to look.
We're trying to look up.
To see if she is supposed to be
Jubilee
nationality. Oh, okay. Daughter of 2 Chinese immigrants, so she's actually supposed to be like fully Chinese.
Okay.
The reason why I said Japanese is because I know that Chris Claremont fucking loved making every character like Japanese or setting shit in Japan.
What? Wolverine?
Yeah, Wolverine.
Did you have a miniseries where Wolverine and Kitty Pryde go to Japan?
That's where Kitty Pryde gets like mind broken by like the bad guy.
Wolverine's son Dakin is like half Japanese.
Yeah, Chris Claremont is a big fucking weeb. Like he fucking loves Japan.
He is a Sakura Khan commercial as a man.
Basically. Yeah, he's still around. He's still kicking.
But it's really cool. I love like this. Yeah, everything about it. Designs. The moments from the comics they adapted, like it's great. It's a great show. Watch it. It's like the best thing Marvel's probably made in years.
Yeah, I really like what I've seen. I'll check more out. Okay, we're not a fucking X-Men podcast.
I can go on about comics for a while, but I gotta behave. But anything else? Is that it? Should I plug it up?
That's it.
All right. Plug up you don't want to plug up the trachea hole inside his throat. We'll plug up the eye hole, the cancer that he had.
Yeah, plug up the eye hole cancer.
Thank you all very much for listening. If you like the episode, do all the things that help, like the video, comment, subscribe, leave a review, all those little things. You can follow the podcast or me and Jim separately on Twitter. You can also want your name shouted out in the next JOKAKAKA episode. You can donate whatever you feel comfortable leaving on the Patreon. And anything else to plug?
Nope.
Nope. Check out if you didn't check out, we had a new JOKAKAKA episode recently.
Oh yeah.
So check that out. That was cool to do again.
We had River Dude covers.
Yes, very fun.
It was really fun. Yeah, we want to do another one. So we always recommend people just shoot us like, who would you like to see on a JOKAKAKA? Also, if you want to star on a JOKAKAKA, hey, maybe shoot us a little message on Twitter or whatever, and
yeah,
we'll get back to you.
Yeah, and yeah, that I think that's everything.
Yup.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Okay,
Dad.
It's okay, Gambit.
It's okay, Gambit.
All right.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya, bye.